We've come together to witness the marriage of Andrew, David and Amy, to pray for God's blessing on them, to share their joy and to celebrate their love. Marriage is a gift of God in creation, through which husband and wife may know the grace of God. It is given that as man and woman grow together in love and trust, they shall be united with one another in heart, body and mind. The gift of marriage brings husband and wife together in the delight and tenderness of sexual union and joyful commitment to the end of their lives. So it's time to toast the bride. Hang on, are your glasses bigger than
They are, yeah.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure I welcome you all to today's joyous event. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Pete and I'm Amy's dad. I'd like to start by welcoming on behalf of my wife Chris, Amy and Andy, the guests from both our families. It's wonderful to be surrounded by so many friends and family here to share with us this most special of days. Sadly, two of Amy and Andy's closest friends are unable to attend, but they send their very best wishes. Cocoa and socks, waiting at home for the leftover tidbits. Now, a wedding is a fantastic opportunity for a big party, and today is no exception. As some of you will know, there is a special bond between fathers and daughters, and Amy and I are no exception. No one could have asked for more from a daughter. You deserve happiness with Andy, and I'm confident you found it. Chris and Amy have always had a great mother and daughter relationship, and I would like to take this opportunity to publicly thank Chris for being such a wonderful mother and wife. Research tells us that women tend to choose husbands with characteristics farthest from those of their fathers. So I had very mixed emotions today when I heard my wife describing Andy as handsome, hardworking and generous. However, it's true. And it gives me enormous pleasure in formally welcoming him into our family.
Andrew, David, will you take Amy to be your wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honour and protect her, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live? I will. Amy, will you take Andrew, David to be your husband? Will you love him, comfort him, honour and protect him, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Will you, the families and friends of Andy and Amy, support and uphold them in their marriage now and in the years to come?
We will.
Today you both said, I do. Wonderful as that was, at the end of the day, these are just mere words. Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage has to be created. Everyone that knows you both are certain this is a marriage made in heaven. I know you will all want to join me in wishing them a long and happy married life together. So ladies and gentlemen, please stand, raise your glasses and join me in a toast to the health and happiness, you say. The health and happiness of the bride and groom, Amy and Andy. Amy and Andy. Thank you.
Andy is an amazing man. He'll do anything for anyone and will try his hardest to help anybody out. Andy has a quirky nature. He collects Dyson vacuum cleaners.
That's not true.
It is true. Movie posters, barometers, loves TV shows from the 60s and 70s, so much so that our house is decked out in 60s and 70s stuff, and insists every year that we attend the Avengers weekend, where we recreate part of the Dead Man's Treasure Hunt episode. And we go on location tours, amongst other things, don't we? Now, as geeky as that does sound, we look forward to it each year, don't we? I've known Olivia since she was 5, and she's now 18 this year. Sandy's daughter. She's 18 this year and has blossomed from a shy young girl into a stunning fashion goddess who's going to be studying it at university next year. Who has got the most perfect smile and eyebrows. They are amazing. I always go on about them. I think she inherits them from her dad, actually. He's got good eyebrows too. So thank you very much for letting me marry your dad, and I will look after him. And thank you for always being so kind and accepting of me. I really appreciate it. So I'd like to propose a toast to Olivia, first of all. So, to Olivia.
They say that you don't marry someone you can live with, you marry the person who you cannot live without, which is very true with Amy. And while looking forward and preparing myself today, I wasn't quite prepared. And I wasn't quite prepared to turn around and see you at the top of the aisle and walk down the aisle, looking absolutely beautiful and gracious and resplendent. And I just thought, blimey, I've done well here. I'm so punching above my weight. You look so beautiful today, babe. You really did.
I, Andrew David,
I, Andrew David,
take you, Amy,
take you, Amy,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death us do part,
till death us do part,
according to God's holy law,
according to God's holy law.
in the presence of God,
In the presence of God,
I make this vow.
I make this vow.
I, Amy,
I, Amy,
take you, Andrew David,
take you, Andrew David,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love, cherish and obey,
to love, cherish and obey,
till death us do part,
till death us do part,
according to God's holy law,
according to God's holy law,
in the presence of God,
in the presence of God,
I make this vow.
I make this vow.
I feel so proud to be married to Amy, so proud. I'm told that there is an art to marriage. A good marriage must be created. In the art of marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say I love you at least once each day. It's never going to sleep angry. It's having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It's standing together and facing the world. It's forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It's speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It's having the capacity to forgive and forget. It's giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It's finding room for the things of the spirit. It's a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. And that's the art that I intend to practice. Amy, I love you in so many ways and for so many reasons. You make me laugh, you make me smile all the time, quite literally. You have a way of bringing out the best in me, and more importantly, you're my best friend, and I love you with all my heart. Thank you for marrying me and making me the happiest man alive, and for loving me as much as I love you. I know this is the start of many more happy years together.
Andy lets me be me. He loves me for who I am. I might be a geeky, animal rescuing, Rowan Atkinson loving, coin collecting nerd
More.
who is rubbish at tidying up, but he loves me and I love him. I can now call him my husband and be proud to be his wife. Andy once told me 12 years ago that he finds it difficult to love, but I found that that's the complete opposite. He has the most loving side of him, and he shares with all of his family and many, many friends that love. So finally, let's toast our great friend and my best friend and now husband, Andy.
Weddings are amazing days, aren't they? They're about family, they're about friends, they're about sharing happy times, and they're about creating happy memories. And I know this has been said already, but this is supposed to be our special day. But the truth is, it really wouldn't be quite so special if it wasn't for you, our family and friends, choosing to share today with us. So thank you for that. It really is a privilege to be in the company of so many people who are important in our lives, and we're delighted to be able to welcome you all here to share today with us.
Amy, I give you this ring
Amy, I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
With my body, I honour you.
With my body, I honour you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
Within the love of God,
Within the love of God,
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Andy, I receive this ring
Andy, I receive this ring
as a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
With my body, I honour you.
With my body, I honour you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
Within the love of God,
Within the love of God,
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
There comes a time in everyone's life when they meet their soulmate, their one true love, that special person, the person that's going to know and love them for the rest of their life. For Andy, that happened 30 years ago when he met me. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ian, or Toddy, and I'm the best man. So what do we know about Amy's new husband, Andy? Well, we've been friends now for over 30 years, ever since he popped his head over the garden fence at his Uncle Mike's house. He had a cheesy grin, he had a ponytail, and he asked me for a game of badminton. And being such a colourful character, I do have one or two stories to tell. By the way, don't you think he's looking rather dapper in his Gareth Southgate waistcoat? Or vests, as the Americans like to call them. But I just wanted to focus on one or two of Andy's many qualities. So as we all know, he's a very chatty man. He's a very personable, chatty man. and he likes to get, well, he's got a need to get through so many words in any given day. And he can talk for hours on any given subject, and even for days on things he knows something about. And as well as his love of dismantling classic car engines and leaving bits of them all over the house, and his, well, shall we just say, improving tennis abilities, everyone knows that he's a bit of a party animal, with trips to Glastonbury, après ski parties, curry clubs. But as age creeps up, it's not a case of how good is this party, but how loud is this party. He's even got a little app on his phone which detects how loud music is. And if it's too loud, he'll ask for the music to be turned down. And then he'll stuff some paper tissue into his ears. I'm not sure that's necessarily the best look for somebody going to Glastonbury. And over the years, hair and fashion have been a major preoccupation for Andy. And he's tried every type of hair restorer. Pills, potions, lotions, anything to stimulate those follicles. And I've simply lost count of the number of hair colours that he's tried on his hair. He seems to swing between cool autumn brown and warm golden chestnut. I'm not sure what he's using today, but it's looking very, very nice. And Andy really, he sees himself as something of a fashion icon. Think David Bowie, John Travolta. And he's always had a fascination with the 70s. And he loves Dallas, the New Avengers, and Austin Powers. Actually, talking of Austin Powers, I do just happen to have a picture which combines Andy's fashion sense with his love of Austin Powers. And Martin is just going to show us that very picture. He's going to bring it up to the front to reveal all. Now, I know that you'll all want to take selfies with our new improved Andy later on this evening, but if you could just restrain yourself for 2 more minutes longer while I make a toast. So, as you can see, there is never a dull moment with Andy. Always entertaining, relentlessly positive. Andy will make you laugh, sometimes intentionally. So, to wrap up, I would just like to propose a toast. So, please everybody, if we could all stand up and join with me in raising a toast to the health, wealth and happiness of my very best friend,
Former best friend.
and his beautiful new bride. Ladies and gentlemen, to the new Mr. and Mrs. Shaw.